Well, happy Mother's Day to you too, Monica. Thank you so much. Good evening to you all. Hey, Asia. Hey, Miss Teresa, how are you? How are you doing? Oh, thank you, Miss Asia. Hey, Miss Erica. Hey, Telsha. Happy Mother's Day to you guys. Thank you. Give me just a minute. Hey, they're from Scotland. Hey, Mr. Tom. Hi, Lisa. Hey, Rhonda. Hey, son. How are you? Hey, son. Give me just a minute. Let me rotate this. Let me see what it looks like if I rotate it. Oh, that don't look too good. Let me see. Hold on. Let me rotate. Hold on. Give me a second. All right, that don't look too good. I miss you too, Asia. Hi, Miss Chat. I miss you too. Hey, you guys, give me just a second. Happy Mother's Day to you guys. South Carolina, all right. Hey, Michael, how are you doing? Is the picture okay? Hi, Miss Tanya. Hi, Excellence. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day to you guys too. Hey, Colleen. I'm eating a grape. I'm sorry, y'all. Hi, Kathleen. Hey, Donna. Hi, Cindy. I'm trying to figure out how to bring the table down because like this much space on the top of the camera over here on YouTube. Hey there, K-Day. Give me just a minute. Let me reorient myself over here. Hey, Miss Jezebel. Jezebel. I put Jessica and Isabel together. I'm sorry, Jessica. I put your first and last name together. Hey, Monica. Hey, Ron. Hi, Catherine. Hey, Dean. Hi, Queen of Success. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you. Hi, Miss Chet. I'm sorry, Miss Jessica. I did not mean to do that. I got excited and put your first and last name together. I would sit on pillows, but if I get up, I'll knock the whole table down. And it took me like 15 minutes to set the table up. All right, Miss Telsha. Hey, Silento, how are you? Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. Hey, Season Foster, thank you. I would, but like it took me forever to set this table up so I wouldn't have to sit over there where I usually sit. And so I'm good right now. If I move, I'm gonna knock the whole table over. So I'm trying to keep it right where it's at. So you guys got a little headspace over here on YouTube, but you guys can still see my face. And then the camera is way up there. Hi, you guys. Hi, Amy. Baltimore. All right. Hey, Miss Ebony, how are you? Hi, Nubia. How are you guys doing? Janice, beautiful. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I try to put all my colors on today for Mother's Day. Hey, Deanna. Wanda, how are you? From Bay Area. All right. Argosy University, too? Hey, Marilyn, thank you. It's actually a rainbow dress. It's actually a rainbow dress. It goes all the way down. Hey, Faith. All right, New York. Hi, Stella. Happy Mother's Day to all of you guys, too. Hey, Joanne. How are you doing? From San Diego. Yes. Yes. Hi, Denver. Happy Mother's Day to you, too, Pink Kisses. Hi, Dan. How are you? Hi, Dre. Angela. From Texas. All right. Everything big in Texas. Hey, Miss Sherry Lopez. How are you? Happy Mother's Day from the PA. Okay, Pennsylvania, Panama City, Panama. Y'all work with me. Don't laugh at me, okay? Oh, you're in New York today, Michael? What you doing in New York? Hi, Rosemary. Hi, Stella. Hope you got, I can't get spoiled. I'm in the house. Like, Guam. Okay. Guam. All right. You're so welcome, Miss Erica. You are so welcome. Hi, Amor. How are you? Chicago. Hey, Chicago. How are you doing? We celebrate Mother's Day in the UK in March. Oh, okay. Well, happy Mother's Day anyway, Miss Jamila. Hey, New Dawn Arises. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Trucking. Okay. Trucking. Got you. All right. So who are we waiting for? We got New Dawn Arises. We got Telsha. Where is well, TMG, she usually pops in the middle. Where's Stevie Bananas? And then we're looking for Just Be Real. How are you guys doing? Happy Mother's Day to you too. Okay, you guys give me a minute. So just to let you guys know, I actually finally invested in an iPad. So I got an iPad over here on YouTube, and it's kind of sensitive. I'm trying to get used to it. So I finally got an iPad because my telephone broke. So I got cracks all over the telephone. So I got one phone over here, and then I got the iPad over here, but I had to get the iPad because the phone broke. And so because the phone broke, I don't know if you guys can see the cracks in the phone. Let's see. Can you guys see the, nope, keeps turning on. There's like cracks in my telephone. So my phone does whatever it wants to do. So I had no choice but to go get an iPad. So I was forced into getting an iPad right away. All right, Canada. Hi, Beth. Asia, we know where you at in Seattle. Exactly. And not just broke the telephone. I broke the phone to a point where whenever I scroll, it does whatever it wants to do. So I couldn't even come on live on this telephone. So instead of me going to replace the phone, I have to wait for the replacement phone to come in. I had no choice. I was forced into getting the iPad early. So now I have a new iPad. So as soon as this phone comes in, the other phone comes in on Tuesday, we can broadcast on 3 channels. We can do 3 channels. Then I have my lighting coming in. I have a desk coming in. So we can be all professional. We can be all professional and stuff. Hey, is it Umar? Umar? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hey, Jorge, how are you? I am doing awesome. I sure am. Hey, Martha, thank you so much. How are you? Oh, thank you, Miss Stella. Thank you so much. Let's see if I missed anything over here. How many kids do I have? You seem like a cool mom. I got 3 kids. I got 2 adult kids. I have 1 at home with me, and I got 3 grandchildren. I got 3 grandkids. I fought the phone. I sure did I fought the phone, Janice. I sure did. I fought this telephone and dropped it. So you guys, whoever you guys, when you guys, hey there, Paulette. If you guys, you know, I don't know if you guys heard of that like liquid glass that you put over the phone. So it's like this new liquid glass that they put over your phone to keep it from cracking. It don't work. Look at all the cracks in the side of my phone. The liquid glass does not work. I think the liquid glass is just basically to keep you, you know, from the scratches. I know 3 grandkids and I'm 32, right? Hey. So I'm doing it big, right? I am doing great. Thank you, Miss Nancy. I'm moving on up. I know, right? The liquid glass, if you guys get the liquid glass over your devices, the liquid glass I think is just good for like scratches. But the liquid glass is not good for like when you drop the phone. And so like I said, I had the liquid glass and it cracked my whole phone. I don't know if you can see it. My whole phone is cracked. All of it is broke all the way across the screen. So it's bad. It's bad. Yeah, the liquid glass is just for scratches. 3 kids and 6 grandkids. Go, girl. Yeah, I'm 32 again. I am. I'm 32 again. 3 grandbabies. You know, our grandmothers got to show off their grandkids. Let me see. There goes one. I don't know if you guys can see her. That's 1 grandbaby. That's 1. The other one is bigger. I have to find her picture. She's somewhere on here. So that's one grandbaby, y'all. That's the newest addition right there. That's the new grandbaby. That's my new grandbaby. Look alike, huh? That's my newest. Can you guys see it? Hold on. It's kind of bright. There you guys go. That's the new grandbaby. That's the new grandbaby. That's the middle grandbaby. So that's the middle grandbaby. You guys see it? And I got one more. I got to find her picture. Thank you, JT. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. JT, I can't recall female, male, mother, father. I'm not sure. But if female, happy Mother's Day to you too. If not, my apologies. Thank you so much. Aren't they crude? They crude. Just a proud grandmother. I am, and I'm 32. Look like me, Robin. Girl, you my new BFF. You guys ready? Who are we waiting for? Did Stevie Bananas and Just Be Real come in yet? Thank you so much, Miss Paulette. Have they come in yet? Okay, am I missing anything? So I don't know where everybody at. So Telsha, New Donna Rises, give me 45 minutes. And then, Just Be Real, pop in right in the middle of us talking, or like at the very end. And then we're looking for Stevie Bananas. So hopefully you guys are having a beautiful Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Give me 45 minutes and I'm ready, yo. I'm ready. Hey, first of all, allow me to say happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, and just give me a moment to all the mothers that are trying to protect their children, to all the mothers that have protected their children, dealing with, thanking, those of you that are trying to protect your children, those of you, no, I can't see you, Paulette, but, I'm glad you do all that, honey. You be happy with your hot dog. But, to all the mothers out there that, Dr. Karma could be my daughter. Wow. Why? Because I'm 32 again for like the 6th time in a row. But to all the mothers, first of all, do understand that some of you guys are fighting for your kids. Some of you guys have fought for your children. Some of you guys feel like you have, and allow me to say this. My cords dropped. But listen, to those of you, I know that everybody is not a Christian. I understand that, and I respect each and every one of your belief systems. To those of you that are interested in ministry, and you guys know that my mentor, Apostle Helen Sadler, who is also on YouTube, is Helen Sadler, Destiny Helper. She did today we had church service online, which is, what we're still doing. For those mothers that are heartbroken, those mothers, she used the term, felt like you dropped your kids. Those mothers that are that are struggling with the hurt and pain that you've experienced or may have exposed your children to. I highly recommend going to her Facebook page and thank you, Telsha. But I highly recommend go to her Facebook page. It's under Apostle Helen Sadler. I think it is Asia, right? It's under Apostle Helen Sadler or under Apostle Helen on Facebook. Go to Apostle Helen Sadler or Apostle Helen on Facebook. And there's a message from today that addressed mothers. And it's not your typical Mother's Day message, but it really spoke to the heart of mothers. It's under Apostle Helen Sadler, but it is not, thank you, Miss Deborah, but it's not the typical Mother's Day messages you would normally get in church. I really recommend a lot of you guys that are struggling with the mistakes that you've made or you thought you made, or the decisions that were made when you got into these relationships with narcissists. She really preached an awesome sermon today. She did it's a teaching preaching. And if you go to her Facebook page, it's under Apostle Helen Sadler. She's wearing a blue clergy, and look at that message. And it's really going to encourage a lot of you guys. It's really going to speak to a lot of you guys who are hurting, who may feel like they failed their children. You heard it, Deanna? Yes, it was awesome. But it really speaks to the heart of mothers that feel like they have dropped their children, or feel like they have did a bad job at parenting, and sometimes it's just you don't know. And just to let me tell you that some of you guys got into these narcissistic relationships. Some of you have biological children by the narcissist, and it's Apostle Helen Sadler. Okay, so it's under Apostle Helen Sadler. Go to Facebook and look for Apostle Helen Sadler. You'll see her. Hey, Ursula. You'll see she's wearing a blue clergy. And so she has a blue clergy on, and just look at the video that she posted today. She came on live and she did a message concerning Mother's Day, but it's not your typical Mother's Day message. It really spoke to the heart of mothers that felt like they dropped their kids, felt like they had made a mistake. And a lot of you are coming out of these relationships with a narcissist and you feel like you made the biggest mistake. And you're beating yourself up. So a lot of you can't even forgive your own self because of the mistake that you think that you made that is so bad. Better believe that a lot of you guys don't understand how resilient your children are. And that, even though you have to remember that the title is The Legacy of Motherhood. There you go. Thank you so much, Asia. You guys look up on there. It's called The Legacy of Motherhood. You can find her on Periscope as well. Go look on Periscope. But listen to that message. Hey, Jesse. Hey, Mario. How are you doing, sir? It's so nice to see you. But a lot of you mothers, you connected with the wrong people. Thank you so much. That's my classmate, Mario. But listen, some of you guys understand. Some of you guys won't even forgive yourself. You won't even forgive yourself for the decisions that you guys made. But you have to remember that a narcissist does not come with a sign on top of their forehead, and that's male and females alike. And they just happen to be Mother's Day, but male and females alike. The thing about it is that narcissists do not come with a sign on their forehead to tell you, thank you, Holly. They do not come with a sign on their forehead saying that I'm a narcissist and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to destroy your heart. I'm going to mess up your mind. I'm going to attack your children. Thank you so much, No Lotus. Thank you. Exactly, Tanya. But they don't come with sign. They if you don't know, if just now you guys are learning about narcissists. You know what I mean? They don't wear masks. Oh yeah, they do wear masks. Oh, they wear masks. Yeah, they do. They wear masks. And so you are tricked into something that is not real. You're tricked into you're being introduced to a person that's playing a specific game. And so Penny, you don't have to feel guilty because majority of us that are on here, you guys know that, obviously, you guys know that I was involved in a narcissistic relationship for over 22 years. And, but you got to understand, you can beat yourself up as much as you want to. Your children are more resilient than you think they are. There comes a time, they remember everything. There comes a time where, it's not like your children are dumb. It's not like your children didn't pay attention to what was going on. And a lot of times, you have to remember that the kids love both of their parents. They don't understand that one of the parents has a mental disorder. They don't understand that, oh, hey, they're from Portugal. Hi, Miguel. That's my brother's name. But a lot of them don't, the kids, they just love their parents. They don't know that something is wrong. And as they get older, they begin to see that something is not right with that other parent. And think about this. Let's challenge what I just said. Some of you guys are so upset, so hurt, you feel so guilty. Oh my God, my child is never going to recover from this, or will they ever know? And think about it. Some of you guys are children of narcissistic parents. And you guys are now at a certain point in your life where you're beginning to realize this is what my parent was. My parent really didn't love me. They didn't know how to love me. Or some of you actually say, I love my mother, I love my father. They don't understand what they do, so I have to keep my distance, or I have to stay within a safe distance from that parent. I'm beginning to see what you're talking about, Dr. Carmen. I'm beginning to see in my own parents what has happened, and you guys begin to recover. So if you are recovering, imagine your children are going to recover too. But check this out. This is one thing that I used to always say to people. And like I said, keep in mind, I do understand that everybody does not believe in Jesus Christ. Everybody does not have the same faith. Everybody does not have the same belief system. As you guys know, I am a believer, but I'm going to tell you like this. This is exactly what I say to many people. You have a testimony. You went through something. You went through an experience, and you had to go through that experience. You had to experience what you experienced. I'm not saying you had to. We made decisions and we had certain experiences. But the thing about it with these experiences is when you experience what you experienced, it made you the person that you are today. Thank you so much, Nubia. But it made you the person that you are today. And had you not been through what you've been through, you would not be the person that you are today. Had I not been through what I've been through and the experiences that I've been through, I would not be sitting here talking to you guys today. And on top of that, one thing that I don't like, which many people just like yourselves don't like, people don't like hypocrites. People don't like for someone to tell them to do something that they can't do themselves. I can't stand for a person to point their finger and tell me what to do and how to do it and how to live my life if I don't see you doing it. Your life will speak to me. If you tell me to do something, I'll watch you to see if you're doing what you're telling me to do. And if I see that you're doing the very thing that you're telling me to do, I have some hope. I had hope. And that's how my mentor was. Nothing that she came out of her mouth Did she ever not walk through and tell me to do what it was that I was supposed to do? Because I watched her walk it out. It gave me hope, because if she can do it, then I can do it. And that's the same thing, coming on here. A lot of people ask me questions. Have you don't even understand. You ain't never been through what I went through. Really? For real though, for real. Like the kids say, for real. You don't know what it's like. You don't understand the pain. You don't get it. You just a confident person. Okay, well, it took a while for me to get like this. I still have my moments where I want to choke somebody, but I have my moments, but it took me a while to get to this place. And so if I can get to this place, I know that you can get to this place, and it takes a while. A lot of times you want to rush into something. A lot of times you better ask somebody. But a lot of times you see something. Like a lot of times I have people say, I wish I could be as confident as you. It took years for me to get to this point. Almost 50 some odd years, almost 50 years experience, personal experience, counseling experience, meeting people that were narcissists, family narcissism, people in jail, being walked all over, to get experience, to grow, to learn, right? So 32 years, there you go. But you can't expect to be where someone else is if you don't take the responsibility of deciding you want to heal, right? I think I had one young lady on here say, I wish he would just discard me. Okay, well, you being lazy. And I'm not saying that in a rude way. Don't get me wrong. I'm very straightforward. I'm going to tell it like it is. I'm going to point out the pink elephant in the room. But if you say, I wish they would just discard me. I wish he would just walk away. Well, you're being lazy, because your healing is your healing. And if you want to heal, and if you want to get away from that, you can't be lazy. You cannot be lazy in your recovery. You cannot be lazy in healing. That is your responsibility. You can't put that responsibility on somebody else. You can't wish that person. Do you know how many narcissists know that you wish that they would just walk away? So they'll purposely stay just to antagonize you, just to hurt you. You are responsible for your own healing. If you want to heal, you got to walk away, because you're justifying staying in that relationship because you're waiting for that person to walk away. That's an excuse. That's an excuse. You have to make up your mind that you want to heal. I made up my mind that I wanted to heal, and that I would never turn around and go back the same way that I came. Why? Okay, so a lot of you guys, those of you that read the Bible, those of you don't, it's like a dog returning to their own vomit. Why would you return to your own vomit? You turn around and you can see what you've been through. You see the pain that you've suffered. And it's hard, because you do go through the cognitive dissonance. You are going through the withdrawal symptoms. You are going through, the pain. I much rather go through that pain than to go through the emotional pain of the breakup and seeing them do this and seeing them do that. Well, you may as well just go back to your own vomit, because you already know what they're all about. And the thing is getting from here, the logic, to get it into your heart. You have to make up your mind whether you want to heal or not. Yeah, get off the mat and walk. It is your responsibility. I can give you credit. This is what I tell people in counseling. I've had people come in and say, I have a problem losing weight. And I give them all the tools to help them lose weight and everything, right? Tell them what to do, the caloric intake, talk to a nutritionist. This is all the stuff you do. They come back and say, I'm not going to come to you anymore because this is not effective at all. Well, first of all, my feelings are not hurt, because you're the one trying to lose the weight. And if you don't apply that and lose the weight, it was easy to gain the weight. It was real fun to eat 8 chickens. It was fun to eat chitlins and collard greens and hog maw and cornbread and buttermilk biscuits. And it was fun eating that. It was really fun, but you didn't know the consequences of eating that. So now, when it comes time to lose the weight, you have to put the work into losing the weight. And to lose the weight is uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable losing weight. And so you have to put yourself in a position of, discomfort in order for you to get to where you're trying to go, to the goal, right? You got to get to the goal. So that means you're going to be uncomfortable. But that discomfort has a benefit to it. You're going to lose weight. Your knees going to stop hurting. Your health benefits. You may not have diabetes anymore. I'm making you hungry. My bad. So I've sat in counseling before, and I told people, I said, if you come in here and you tell me that you stink, and I said, you like those foods? New Dawn arises. Are you black? Because you sure got a southern taste buds. But check this out. So the thing about it is if you come in my office and tell me you stink, and you're tired of people talking about you, and you don't know what to do and how to do, and I say, okay, I tell you what, I'm gonna give you some tools. I'm gonna give you a washcloth, I'm gonna give you a towel, and I'm gonna give you some soap. And you don't have the energy, so okay, this is what we're gonna do. Out of the 7 days of the week, we're gonna at least start with one day. Pick one day, and at least 1 week, for 2 weeks, do it one day. The second week, do it 2 days. 2 days a week, take a shower. It won't, the smell won't be so potent. You come back the next week and say, I couldn't do it. Okay, well, let's try it again. Go back and take a shower in the middle of the week. So you got 7 days, pick the middle of the week, so your smell won't be overwhelming to other people. And they come back that following week, say, I couldn't do it. This counseling is not working, and I don't want to keep coming to you because your counseling is ineffective. I'm not the one that stinks. So I've given you the tools, and if you don't use the tools, that's on you. You walk around funky. That has nothing to do with me. And my feelings not hurt that you don't want to come back. You just going to walk around mad. You say my counseling is ineffective, and you still stink. And people going to look at you like, get in the shower, right? Well, that's the same thing when you're dealing with Chelsea say, go stand in the car wash. Oh, new dawn arises. Go ahead then. That's what I'm talking about. That's my southern brother right there. Use your tools. Exactly. Listen, the stuff that you guys get here on YouTube, now, there are many other coaches that are on YouTube, and they're excellent. I can tell you one thing, that the information that you get from myself and the information that you get from Apostle Helen Sadler, Destiny Helper, do you know how much money people were paid to come and see us speak about this very thing? And a lot of times the stuff that I put on camera is stuff that people pay me to talk about in private sessions. Do you know how much money I'm losing doing this for free on camera? So that lets you know my heart is into the healing, because a lot of people can't afford it. So there are certain questions I usually do not answer I don't answer on camera, because that requires you and I to be one-on-one. There are certain things that I will not discuss, escape strategies. There are certain things I do not discuss on camera because of the fact that I don't know who's listening. And then you are an individual person yourself, and you are unique. Your situation is unique. So one answer to a question may not be a general answer to everybody's question. So it requires that you and I work together, so I can figure out what your situation is, to coach you and maneuver you through the process of either escaping or getting you from one point to another. You see what I mean? And so you have to remember, always respect the people that come on and spend their time on camera, because it's a lot of work. That's a lot of, and I don't say it's a lot of studying, but it's a lot of life experiences where we have to sit and think and tell you, people ask questions and they give you, but check this out. The thing about it is that you're getting the information. How many of you guys get this type of information from everyday people? You don't. You got to think for a minute. You got a senior pastor that comes on YouTube who's over several churches, hundreds of ministries, thousands of leaders, travels across the world, and spends time with you on camera to talk to you because her heart is about seeing you heal. I myself, a licensed mental health counselor, a trauma professional, person that's had experience, to come on and talk to you guys because my heart is there to help you guys. You see what I mean? So if someone is willing to dedicate their time when we're tired, when we have places to go, she gets off the plane and comes and talks to you guys. If we sit there and talk to you guys, it's up to you to take this information. Thank you so much. It is up to you to take this information and apply it to your life. You see what I mean? You apply it to your life. You apply it to your life, because there are people that pay to sit in my office to talk to me about this very thing that I'm talking to you guys about. And I can be more in depth with them because I'm dealing with them one-on-one on their particular stories to help them so I can get to know them. But take the information that you get from these two channels or the other channels that you are part of and apply it to your life. You cannot be lazy when it comes to your healing. You cannot be lazy when it comes to leaving a narcissist. They don't care. They don't care anything about you. I hate to say it because it's a very painful thing to have to admit, you know what I mean? And it's can you become a mental health counselor with communications degree? I've been looking into the profession. If you go into the mental health master's degree in mental health, there are requirements that you have. So even though you have communications, which is really good, is a really good background, but you still have requirements within the master's degree that you have to, like prerequisites that you have to get out the way as you go get your your degree. But listen, it's up to you guys to do your own healing. And who said that healing was going to be easy? Who said that it was not going to be painful? Who said? Because I think I had like one or two people I actually had conversation with, awesome people, that said that you're a very confident lady. You know what you're talking about. But guess what? I've been through it. And you know what? I had a great mentor. And that mentor was Apostle Helen Sadler, Destiny Helper. So you see a product of her work. So if you see a product of her work, you should want to, we say, sow into her, or, you should be able to, pay into that, because you see a product of her work. And now I'm on here and I'm talking to you guys, but that's a product of her work. So that lets you know that there's hope, right? And so, where am I at? Who, me? Where am I at? But, hold on, Kimberly, I'm gonna get to you. But, the thing about it is that you have to apply this to your life. You have to apply this to your life in order for you to heal. Who said that healing was going to be easy? Who said it was not going to be painful? You have to make up your mind. Do you want to stay? And a lot of people make up their mind to stay in the pain that they're in. And when they decide to stay in the pain, you're going to either commit suicide or you're going to kill somebody. Something's going to happen, but you'll never, why be in a relationship that you're always going to be miserable? And a lot of people say, I don't feel like going through the pain of seeing them with someone else. I don't feel like going through the pain of leaving this individual. Then you just have to make up your mind to stay in there and continue to suffer. Don't keep complaining about it. You just adjust to it. For people to contact me to tell me how to change the narcissist, or how to help them to be able to manage the narcissist or manage living in the relationship, you got the wrong one, because I won't even take your money. I'll send your money back. I'm not going to help you do that. You have to make up your mind with you. I'm here for one reason, and it's to help you recover, and I'm to help you escape. And remember that if you are married, you can't just jump up and leave, because they can get you with kidnapping. So you have to make sure you connect with legal resources to make sure that you get information, the proper educated information, legal information, before you just jump up and leave. That's why they have domestic violence hotlines where they can assist you with escaping from your abuser. Don't ever underestimate a narcissist and what they will and they will not do. There's another site, you guys go to, for those of you, I cannot give you legal advice. I'm not a lawyer. I cannot give you legal advice. I can help you maneuver emotionally through the court system to prepare yourself mentally for what you're going to go through. But when it comes to maneuvering through the court system and what you need to do and how you need to do it, you guys go over to Miss Tina. I can't think of her last name, but it's One Mom's Battle. And One Mom's Battle, she talks about she had a 10-year court situation with her narcissistic husband who had taken her children. And for 10 years, she represented herself, and she gives you some very good advice on how to maneuver through the court system and the experiences that she has. She has classes on paperwork and what all she had to do. And then she also had another guy, his name is Michael Voss, I think it is, who was also a FBI negotiator that helps you in communicating in the court system. Yeah, to help you negotiate in the court system, but he teaches you negotiation skills, so whatever, Telsha. You guys better have me on 45 minutes, or have me here talking for like 8 hours, because I still got to cook. I still got mommy duties. I got to go in there and cook, y'all. I just ain't into accepting too much pain. I was out before I got in. Good girl, Darlene. That's what I'm talking about. You cannot change the narcissist. Never. Nope. New Donna Rises says, guys, it's but doable. I had a $200 marijuana had for 3 years, but when faced and defeated my demons, I became clean for 2 years. Good job. I felt bad as a Christian, but I had to plot and study his next move. Hold on, you guys. I'm trying to get used to my camera. Give me a minute. Had to study his next move to get out safely with kids. God was with me, my 4-year custody battle, but I won. Good job. Congratulations to you. Hi, Argentina. How are you? And Jocko, goodbye just as quick as hello. There we go. What if it's your own mommy? Well, that's for many of y'all. It was your own mom. I just asked that because of Sigmund Freud said that when he counseled in another room because the women were falling in love with him. Oh, that's him. That's him. I mean, you got to think for a minute when you get into, anytime, that's trauma bonding too. But a lot of times when people find someone that they're comfortable with, they find a counselor that they're comfortable with, a lot of times that's the first time that they're heard. That's the first time that someone validated them. That's the first time that someone cared enough to sit and listen. That's our job. And so one of the biggest things, actually my lighting is pretty poor. I did my best. But a lot of times when people get into counseling with a counselor, and it happens quite often, this is the first time they felt validated. This is the first time they felt, respected. They felt heard, and they're getting answers to solutions, answers to their solutions to their problems. There we go. And so there does come a time, it's called transference and counter-transference, where the counselor transference is when the counselor begins to feel for the, it's transference. It's transference when the client begins to feel like they're in love with the counselor. And so, and we have to recognize that and bring that to their attention, because some of them will be bold enough to say, let's just stop counseling and date, or I want to marry you. And well, as a professional, I would hope that you respect the counselor, right? But when it gets to the point where they think that they're falling in love with the counselor has to address that and sometimes even stop counseling. And then there's counter-transference where the counselor begins to feel for the client. And so they have to stop the count. They have to recognize that's why it's good to have supervision and someone to talk to as a professional, because that does happen. Believe it or not, it happens with some of y'all, especially when I get some emails. I have people that have stalked me. There are people that have stalked me on Facebook, stalked me, and I had to block them. I had to stop it right away. I don't play when it comes to that, and neither should you guys. Is it normal to have so many narcs around you, then suddenly you wake up to it all? Often ask myself, if I'm one. Give me a second, hold on. If I'm one, guessing this is normal. Pretty normal. That's pretty normal. But think about it. If you don't know something, when you're enlightened about it and someone tells you about it, you become very aware of your surroundings. A lot of you are getting a lot of information about narcissists, and so now you guys have become more sensitive and more aware of people around you. And really what you're noticing is like, this is crazy. There are so many people with narcissistic traits or narcissists. I didn't know all these people existed. It's because of the fact that you paid attention. You're learning. You are learning. Happy Mother's Day to you too, Soph. Hold on. Let me click it so I can read it. I tried to be friends with my ex-narc. That didn't work. So you're finally over it, and it's been 3 days, no contact. I feel good, and I'm ready to be the person I was before this relationship. I will never, ever let anyone verbally, mentally, emotionally, and physically abuse me again. Good job, Soph. Good job. Check this out, too. A lot of times people will talk to me and ask me questions like, I just want to see whether or not this person is a narcissist. And so I said, well, go ahead and tell me what all the things that they're doing. So they're physically abusive, verbally abusive. They do this, they do that, they do this. And so then they'll say, I want to make sure that this person is a narcissist before I make a decision to leave or try to fight for the relationship. First of all, let's take narcissists out the picture for just a minute. If a person is verbally, physically abusing you, they're disrespecting you, you want to fight for the relationship? Why would you want to fight? Even if it wasn't a narcissist, why would you want to fight for a relationship to force someone to love you and respect you? Because if a person doesn't love you and respect you, it doesn't matter whether they're a narcissist or not. They have no value for you whatsoever. And you want to fight to make the relationship work. They're not fighting to make the relationship work with you. So why are you fighting to make the relationship work? So it doesn't matter whether they're a narcissist or not, right? See, sometimes we think that we have to accept anything. Ladies, gentlemen, you don't have to accept just anything. The first time someone disrespects you, dishonors you, abuses you, or emotionally, verbally, believe them the first time. Period, Asia. That's right. Believe them the first time they do it. Why would you decide I'm going to make it work? And some of you guys are, I'm going to make this work, and I just feel sorry for the individual because they have been through so much. Okay, but you've been through so much. So it's okay for them to act a fool, mistreat you, and you feel sorry, and I'm not going to leave because everybody in their life has left them and I don't want to be one of them, you better go. You better go, because if they respected themselves, they wouldn't disrespect you. Anytime, check this out. If I bought every single one of you a Bentley, I know for a fact that all of you guys would not value it. Now, if it fits you, if the shoe fit, wear it. If it don't, just let it go. If I bought everybody on this site a Bentley or a Maserati, thank you so much, Miss Erica. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. If I bought every single one of you on here a Bentley or a Maserati or a Bugatti, one of the most expensive car, the $1.5 million car, everybody on here is not going to understand the value of those cars, because a lot of times it is a job. But if I bought you an expensive car like that, a lot of you are not going to understand the value of what you have. Some people put rims on it. Some people drop it till it's low, put a big system in it, tint the windows. There are certain cars, or like the Phantom. The Phantom, what car is that? Come on, y'all, help me out. What's the Phantom? That's a beautiful car. The Phantom. There are certain things you just don't do to luxury car. Rolls Royce, thank you. The Phantom Rolls Royce, now that is a beautiful car. There are certain luxury cars you don't do nothing to. Yeah, the Rolls Royce, there's certain luxury cars you don't touch. When you get them, you don't put no rims on them, tint the windows, put a system in it. That's just for show for everybody else. But people are looking at you thinking like, what kind of ignorant individual is this? To put all that on that car. You overdid it. You do too much. So a lot of people are not going to understand the value of that luxury car, especially if it's given to you. But if you have, didn't I tell y'all she's going to pop up in the middle? I told y'all. I know Just Be Real. I told y'all. I told you I know her. But a lot of people are not going to understand the value of that car. You know how people understand value? When they have to pay the price for that vehicle. When they pay the price for that vehicle, they'll understand the value of that car. They know not to drive the car all the time. They know maybe just to bring it out on a Sunday. It's a Sunday drive. Or maybe you just want to hold on to it because it's a collector's item. You know what I mean? So a lot of times people don't understand the value of that vehicle unless they have to work for it themselves. You don't understand the value of your healing until you work for your healing yourself. A narcissist never finds the value in you until you find the value in yourself. Once you find the value in yourself, you won't be so quick to connect to people that don't have value for you. And a lot of times you don't know your own value and you connect to things that are not meant for you to connect to. A lot of times we don't know our value, so we just connect to anything. But once you start understanding your value, for some people, it makes me feel like I'm arrogant, or it makes me feel like I'm trying to be better than anybody else. Okay, but either you're going to feel like it's not that you're better than anybody else, it's not that you're arrogant, it's not that you're haughty, or it's not that you're haughty, or it's not that you're conceited or anything like that, but you at least need to be better than a person that abuses you. If you put your hands on me, if you cuss me out, if you call me out my name, if you mean to tell me that you can't feel better than that? I have more value than that? Or I give you a prime example. I'm driving the car and the scrub hanging out from the passenger side, calling my name, hey girl, hey. Okay, first of all, I'm not an AA. I'm not an A girl either. That's not how you communicate with me. I did that when I was a teenager. That was cute when I was a teenager. Hey, what's up? Okay, that was cute when you was a teenager, right? But when you are an adult and you are mature and you done been through some things, that hey girl, what's up? What's your name? First of all, I'm not a girl. That's the first thing. AA and that's not how we communicate. That's not how I communicate. Took me a long time to learn how to communicate and sound articulate and sound like I have some sense. So I'm not going backwards. People with low self-esteem that want some attention, they'll go backwards. Thank you, Tanya. They go backwards. You see what I mean? You guys should not be going backwards. You've had an experience in life. Yes, you've had an experience in life. You've been abused. You've been misused. It doesn't matter whether the person is a narcissist or not. She said, cut it before it gets out of control. Bam. And that's a teenager talking, y'all. That's a teenager right there. Yeah, we don't want no scrubs. We don't want no scrubs. So it doesn't matter whether the person is a narcissist or not. Never tell a coach, never tell a therapist, I just want to know whether or not that person is a narcissist. Because if they're not, I just want to make sure before I leave. Before I leave, I just want to see if they're a narcissist. Don't matter whether they're a narcissist or not. If they're mistreating you, if they don't respect you, if they're abusing you or abusing your kids, and you done been through hell, then why are you still there? Why are you still there? That's a justification. You see what I mean? That's a justification. A man I love is married to a narcissist vampire. She poisoned him with spiritually like a control freak. My heart bleeds. Your heart should be bleeding because you shouldn't be in love with a married man in the first place. I'm just keeping it real, baby girl. I'm keeping it real. These people will make you ill. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, leave. Have self-respect. Thank you, Dr. Brian. I left my narc 36 years, 3 months ago. You have helped me. Oh, thank you, Miss Julie. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Angela said, hi, Dr. Carmen. Will triggers set you back? Sometimes, yeah. Absolutely, sometimes. Absolutely, triggers will set you back. And whenever you have a trigger, that just lets you know that part right there is not healed yet, and you have to address that. Oh, thank you, Bruce. Thank you so much. But if he's with a narcissist, then it's the wrong person. Don't make no difference. He can be with a narcissist or not. If he married, you just as wrong as he is. And I hate to say this, but you're going to go through some stuff too, because you have no bit. It doesn't matter whether you love him or not, but he's still married. And if he's still married and she's a narcissist, you try to go and protect him, but you're wrong. But you're wrong. And a lot of people that are on here on this YouTube channel have been through narcissist abuse, and you are the secondary supply. White girl, it don't matter whether he kept touching you or not. You are the secondary supply. You're the second supply. You're not the primary supply, so you being used. So you're making yourself look bad by telling us all that on you might want to inbox me. I wouldn't put all your business out there like that, because you're looking kind of bad, and you're dealing with people on Facebook and YouTube that don't make no difference. You're dealing with people on Facebook and YouTube that have been severely injured by people like yourself. Hey, Yoreli, how are you doing? Don't make a difference whether he's the narc or not. You are the side chick. Sorry, can't help you on that, buddy. I'm friends with an ex-narc's family on Facebook. How do I go about that? Do I delete him? I'm friends with some of them. You got to figure out, so you got to remember, sometimes when it comes to family have loyalty toward, family have, white girl, keep on doing what you're doing then, girl. Keep on doing, because I'm not even going to keep on entertaining your conversation. You just do you. Do you, boo-boo. And you'll be getting some counseling soon. But, Darlene, is it Darlene? Hold on. So, what you have to think about is, number one, sometimes family members are also flying monkeys. Sometimes family members serve as, what's the word I'm looking for? They keep tabs on you on behalf of the narcissist. You have to make a decision. Are they neutral? Because I do have neutral family members that love me, and I've never cut them out. I never blocked them. We are still family because they love me and I love them. Had nothing to do with the ex-narc. And so me and certain family members, certain family members from the ex-narc, we're still close because we had a relationship. And we had a relationship. They don't judge me. They don't say anything about him. We're family. We're family. And so I don't block them. We talk and I love them. You doing too much. But and so you have to make a determination whether or not those are neutral family, where there's a real relationship between the two of you guys, or if that family is flying monkeys and they have more loyalties toward the narcissist. So you really have to, and especially if like the narcissist is on their Facebook page, a lot of times he'll watch, on other people's Facebook page, they'll watch to see what you're doing. So really it's a matter, Sophie, you have to kind of determine whether or not that is a salvageable relationship, or if that's a 7 minutes, okay, or if that's a relationship that you may have to let go. You know what I mean? That I did a video on that, Chevyon. I did videos on flying monkeys. Gina said what? Dr. Carmen was about to take her earrings off. You know what? The thing about it though is, it's like this. There are a lot of you guys on here that have dealt with narcissistic discard, narcissistic injury to yourself, your children. A lot of us have talked about being the side chick or the secondary supply, and then you have someone on here that really, I'm trying to save her from y'all, because a lot of you guys have been wounded and injured by a side chick or a secondary supply. For a lot of you guys, you guys are still very sensitive to that. You know what I meant? Yeah, she knew what she was doing. That was a troll. But a lot of you guys are very sensitive to that. You see what I mean? A lot of you guys are very sensitive. A lot of you guys are still hurting from that. And a lot of times what happens is when people come in and do that kind of stuff, they're not messing with me. They're actually messing with you guys so that you guys react. I'll respond, and once I respond to it and I notice that you're wanting to argue with me, you're getting me off topic, and really what you're doing is that you're stirring up the people that are on Facebook, or you're stirring up the people that are on YouTube, because it's about you guys. And a lot of you guys are still wounded. A lot of that is very tender to you guys. A lot of that is very painful for you guys, and some of you guys have still not recovered from that yet. And so for her to do that, that's really messing with y'all, not me. I can handle her, but no big deal. We'll just block her and we'll just keep moving. But a lot of that, and she's arguing about the fact that she's in love with this person. A lot of you guys talk to me on a daily basis about stuff like that. And so, you had to block the loyal family members. They just justified his behavior and turned me. There you go. See? So really, a lot of you guys are having to do things that normally, it feels bad, but it's for your own well-being. It's for your own, gaslighting. It's for your own, hey, Dane, but it's for your own well-being. It's for your own recovery. You know what I mean? You don't see, Jane, it's not on Facebook. It's over here on YouTube. So a lot of the stuff that I was just talking about, it was happening over here on YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, a lot of times you see a lot of other crazy stuff on YouTube over here quicker than you see it on Facebook. And so, but a lot of times you guys have to make a decision. Yeah, some are on YouTube Live. Yeah. No, you don't see any YouTube comments on Facebook. No, you're not going to see them. Yeah. You're not going to see any of the YouTube comments because they're not together. YouTube is on and Facebook is on. So you guys that I'm talking to over here are strictly Facebook, and the people that I'm talking to on YouTube are strictly YouTube. So the two comments don't cross over. If you actually come over here, you'll see the comments, but I blocked them, so it deleted all the comments over there. And so the Electra complex, I'm not sure what that is, Sandra. Can a whole family be narcissistic though? Absolutely. Hey, Tara. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So a lot of you guys have to make a decision. For some family members, you can, a lot of the family members that I have that I'm connected to are awesome family members, and I love them and they love me, and it's about us because we have a relationship. They have a relationship with my children. They have a relationship with me, and so and we respect that. They respect me and I respect them. I'm family to them. I'm always going to be family to them. They're always going to be my auntie. They're always going to be my cousins, and we have our own relationship. So I don't concern myself with whether they run back and say anything, because they're not like that. They're individuals. They're individuals. And so, but a lot of you guys have to make a decision, because sometimes it's not healthy for you to stay involved with family members, because like you said, some family members just run back, and some of them like to see mess. Some of them like for you guys to go back and forth. They like to stir up mess. That just makes them feel relevant, I guess. And sometimes you just have to make that decision. I'm just going to cut it off. Because you need to heal. And to heal means that there are some people you have to cut out of your life. Unfortunately, sometimes it is, from the family, from the family you were connected with. Remember, even with friends, some friends were mutual friends, and they were only there when you guys were together. Some friends were your friends, and they understood what was going on with the narcissist. And then some friends were their friends, and they were only there because you guys were together. But once you guys broke up, the friends remained loyal. The flying monkeys remained loyal to the narcissist. And so you really have to take the time to determine the difference, because sometimes you have to let them go, and that's painful. But it's okay when you're starting over, because when you're starting over, and there are people that have been loyal to you. See what I mean? There are people that have been loyal to you, and there are people that are your real family and friends. The people that I'm connected to are truly my family and my friends. You know, in my church family, you know, those are my sisters, those are my brothers. Those are the people that are there to support me. They don't judge me when I make mistakes. You know, they don't make me feel bad about it. We all make mistakes together, and they have proven themselves over 13, almost 14 years that they are solid. You know, these are confident individuals. These are people that have goals like I have goals, and they're not, you know, they're not narcissistic. They have been hurt somewhere in their life at one point in time, and we're all relearning how to have relationships. And we've been together for so long that we'll fight amongst each other, but you know, but we are family, and that's what you have to look for. You know, sometimes it doesn't come that quick, because building a family and building a relationship and new support system takes a little while. You know, I love my big sister, Kathy Gibson. Oh, make sure y'all check out my big sister's book, y'all. Man, I wish I had the book here. Put your book up, Pastoral Kathy. That's my big sister. But listen, I'm sorry, I was eating a grape out in big country. I'm sorry, y'all. But listen, but you have to come up with a whole new support system. You have to come up with people that are going to start from the bottom and work their way up. You have to get around people that is not what comes out of their mouth, is you see their actions. People have faults. And a lot of times when you are involved with a narcissist so long, you think that everybody is a narcissist. Sometimes they have their faults, you know what I mean? But as you get to know them, you'll see that they're people just like you, and they have their well-being in mind. That just doesn't mean, you know, just like family, like sisters and brothers, you fight, but that's still family. That's still family, you know what I mean? And so when you get a new support system and you guys get to learn each other, you know, it took me a while to get to know my support system, but over 13, 14 years, we're solid. You know, I'm going to protect them. They're going to protect me. I love them. They get on my nerves. I'll be ready to fight. But at the same time, I won't let nothing happen to them, and they're not going to let anything happen to me, because we're really family. These are people that truly have shown their character. They are truly shown their character, the type of people that they are. And because you guys have this type of knowledge, now you know how to live. But in the very beginning, you're going to be very sensitive. But people are people. People make mistakes, and you have to learn to forgive and move on. But sometimes that's hard when you've been hurt. Hey, her book is called Destiny Man's Quality to Look For. I was trying to grab the book so I can show them the book. I should have brought the book over here. For those of you that what's my sister's book's name? It's called Destiny Man, The Qualities to Look For. You can find it on Amazon. It's Destiny Man, Qualities to Look For. Can somebody put it over here on YouTube? It's called Destiny Man, Qualities to Look For. Easy read, powerful too. And her name is Kathy Gibson. The author's name is Kathy Gibson. That's my big sister. And it's Destiny Man, Qualities to Look For. It's a absolutely awesome book, y'all. Y'all got to get my sister's book. You got to get the book. Asia said this book is amazing and it will truly bless you. Look at Asia trying to be all big girl and stuff. Go ahead, Asia. That's one of our teenagers. Yes, Destiny Man, Qualities to Look For. Asia trying to be all big and stuff. Go ahead, girl. Quarantine got her growing up and stuff. That's my poo-poo. Go ahead, girl. That's what I'm talking about. Kathy with a K. And Gibson, Gibson. Kathy, thank you, Miss Teresa. Hold on, I just missed one. Let me go back up. Let me scroll back up. I think there was a question that was asked. I'm sorry. Red Lover said, can a counselor effectively counsel someone without knowing they have close relationships with a narcissist? My son has seen a counselor, his father picked. She hasn't asked to speak to me. Can a counselor effectively counsel someone without knowing they have a close relationship with a narcissist? I don't think so. I think they really need to know. I think she does need to talk to you to get two sides, but you got to remember that the average counselor does not really understand narcissism or narcissist abuse. You said talking about triggers. My mother's name is Kathy. She's the good Kathy, though. She's a good Kathy, New Dawn Rises. She's the good Kathy. And as a matter of fact, she's Pastor Kathy Gibson, but the book is under Kathy Gibson. So she's a good Kathy, so don't worry about it. She's a good Kathy. The understanding of it is so clear. It is really good book. You will enjoy it. Absolutely. It's Asian. A counselor warned me about causing triangulation. Yeah, but you got to remember that the average counselor does not understand narcissist abuse. They really don't understand the details of what is happening. for counselors to be more knowledgeable about what happens with a narcissist and the way that they act, the way that they find. See, there's the term narcissistic personality disorder. So the average counselor, we all understand, abnormal psychology and what the signs and symptoms are, but we really don't understand the behavior. We can talk about a person that has bipolar, and we can tell you the behavior of a person with bipolar. Then on top of that, we have borderline personality, and we can tell you the behaviors of a borderline personality, people that have psychopath or sociopath. But can you really talk about the behaviors of a person that has narcissistic personality disorder and possibly antisocial personality disorder, which is sociopath or psychopath, or a person that has narcissistic personality disorder and borderline personality disorder, or post-traumatic stress that goes along with it. So a lot of them don't study it like that because that's too much energy. A lot of times it's too much energy and they feel like, well, that doesn't happen. I have my boundaries. No, that is something that needs to be taught. But that is more focused toward domestic violence and trauma. And that is something that needs to be taught. I believe that even though we teach about, in the academic settings, we talk about domestic violence, they briefly talk about it. And if you're really into it, you'll go further into it. You know what I mean? But the thing about it is that unless you study that in detail, you really don't understand what all a narcissist does. You see what I mean? And so think about it. You're talking about what all this narcissist does. A lot of them do have psychopath, sociopath traits. So it's almost like you put the two together, and I'm 5 minutes over. Well, thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, it is hard to identify a lot of times. Right. Here you go, Telsha. But it is hard to identify a lot of times because they don't come with a sign to tell you that's what they are. And so you'll see them. You'll be surprised at how many narcissists you are around on a daily basis. When you start learning though, and you start paying attention, and it's like you have this revelation. Thank you so much, Iman. I appreciate that. I have a video on hoovering. So it is. So I have been told that my time is up, and they've thrown clocks all over the screen over here on the other side. And so it's very common now. It is very common. So they don't know that. No, they don't know that that's what they are unless they're greater. Like the greater narcissists are well aware of what they are and what they do and how they do. They are aware of their narcissistic personality disorder, but to them they feel like they are above everyone else and they can teach you about it. But if you're teaching somebody about it and you are educating them about narcissism and how narcissistic personality dysfunctional people operate and stuff, answer this question. You're teaching about it. Why haven't you healed from it? How are you getting taught by somebody with narcissism, but you can't heal from it? What are you guys getting out of that? Think about it. What are you getting out of that? Because you're getting the information, but the person can't heal. What are you getting out of that? Yep. I did watch A Fall from Grace. It was good. That was a good movie. It was. I liked it. That was a good movie. Yep. So I'm ready to go, y'all, because I got to go cook. I got to go cook the good. I got to go cook something. My child asked me to cook. She act like I'm a chef. Like my big sister, Pastor Kathy. So I appreciate you guys. Well, Norman, you all late. I'm ready to go now. I got hungry. I started eating grapes. Happy Mother's Day to all of you, and thank you so much. Thank you, Miss Telsha. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Hey, thank you guys so much. Make sure you go over to my mentor's YouTube channel. It is Helen Sadler, Destiny Helper. Listen, like I told you guys before, this is, when you have people of her caliber that comes on to talk about narcissist abuse from a spiritual perspective, take it and apply it to your life. And if you hold on just a minute, New Dawn Rises. And if you apply it to your life, and on top of that, take what I give you and apply it to your life, you have to walk this thing out. You know what I mean? Spaghetti, Asia. I'm doing spaghetti tonight. So my email is drcarmenbryant@outlook.com. drcarmenbryant@outlook.com. Y'all don't send me these long emails. If you send me these long emails, I'm gonna send you my fees, because a lot of times when you send me very long emails, what you're asking for is a consultation. So if you send me a long email and then confidently at the bottom say, thank you so much for your time and reading this, all I'm going to do, because I don't read the whole emails too much. The letters are like microscopic. But on top of that, that's really a consultation. And so you guys send me those long emails, I'm gonna send you guys an email back, said thank you so much for contacting me. Some of y'all got it. Thank you so much for contacting me. Please know that I don't have the time to read long emails because of the fact that I have so many coming in, and I'm also coaching and counseling a lot of people. But these are my fees. If you'd like to make an appointment, please make an appointment with me, because I do coaching outside of the state of Washington. If you're inside the state of Washington, I do provide counseling, and I do if you are asking for counseling within the state of Washington, I do online counseling. But for those of you outside of the state of Washington, I can provide you with coaching, but it does not address mental health issues. It does not address your emotional issues. Then I refer you. For those of you that are looking for a counselor, if you go to betterhelp.com/Dr. Carmen, you get a 10% discount, and it's a nominal fee for a counselor within your area. For those of you that are kind of like stuck in the house, but those are online counselors, and when you address them, some of you guys say they don't understand narcissist abuse. What you do is ask them if they understand domestic violence, if they understand psychological abuse, if they understand domestic violence, psychological abuse, post-traumatic stress disorder. Those are the things that you're looking for. The Zoom conference. So I got a whole bunch of, so this is what happened, y'all. Let me be truthful. So I did the surveys on SurveyMonkey. So I went back to do another set of surveys to send to you, and it wants me to purchase. So they want me to pay for the membership in order to do another set of surveys. So what I did was I wrote the questions down. So I have them all typed out, and I wrote the questions down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up where I'm going to try to do the like a little survey link inside of YouTube where you guys can pick out. You have to email me for that. So email me that for that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you guys choose the topics. And so when you guys choose the topics, then I'll start the Zoom conferences. So I'm gonna do the Zoom conferences, and I'm gonna put some topics out there for you guys. Okay. I may even, you guys won't figure out, because I'm gonna put some topics out there. So I got a whole bunch of topics. Some of you guys went right into the SurveyMonkey and had a whole conversation with me. Y'all, I couldn't even read that. I'm asking y'all, what do you want me to talk about? Y'all done left a paragraph about this big on here. I had to scroll through that because some of y'all had a whole conversation with me. So I appreciate you guys. And don't worry, I'm working on the Zoom conferences. I just got to find out a way to, I will, Darlene, I sure will. But I'm going to set it up where you guys can go look. And I might set up I will set up like where you can register. So I'll see how many people are registering for a particular topic. And then I'll just start like that. And so some of the topics, when you register for them, I can only do like 10 to 15 people at a time. So I may do one and then at a different time do another. But once they fill up, I have to do another. So I'm going to let you guys pick the topics on there. So I got you guys. Don't worry. I'm just catching up on my work. That's why you guys haven't seen me on camera all week, maybe once or twice a week. But also I've been putting out podcasts. And so if you guys go to Podbean, Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, or iHeartRadio, I do have my podcast out there. Podbean is my main one, and I'm not under Dr. Carmen Bryant. I'm under Overcoming Narcissist Abuse, and you'll see my picture. I closed the survey already, Red Lover. So yeah, I have podcasts. So those of you guys are interested in my podcast, I do have podcasts too, and the topics are a little different than the topics on here. Some of the topics I'm revisiting, but because remember, I've been doing this since 2018. So as I gain more knowledge, some of the same topics may be brought to you differently. So I am on podcast. Make sure you go check out what is the link of Destiny. You're talking about Helen Sadler, Destiny Helper, and she's on YouTube. Helen Sadler, Destiny Helper. And those of you guys, remember I was telling you guys, go and watch her. Thank you, Miss Uniquely Made. Go to Apostle Helen Sadler on Facebook and listen to today's message For those of you that are mothers, listen to today's message. It's really going to touch your heart. It's really going to bring a lot of healing to a lot of you guys that feel guilty and feel like you did not do a good job in parenting. And even if you're not a believer, just listen to what she was saying, because it really touches your heart to help in the healing process, especially you mothers that feel like you did not do enough to protect your children. And so I am wishing each and every one of you a happy, happy Mother's Day. Thank you guys so much for the donations. Thank you guys so much for the happy Mother's Day. I appreciate you guys. You know I love you guys. I appreciate each and every one. You said, I like podcasts. Your voice is different. Your DJ voice comes out. I try. I can't talk to people like I talk to them like here because it's a live. You know, we're doing videos. I'm animated. Thank you. I'm animated on here, so when I'm on the podcast, I'm actually recording like this, y'all. This is actually how I'm recording on my podcast, and so I try not to be, because you see, if I get overexcited, I'm too close to the microphone. I'll start breathing, and you can hear me swallow and everything. So some of you guys said that the music is distracting, so I don't put the music in the background, but you can hear me swallow. You can hear me, you know, smack my mouth, and so I try to be very careful. So I do use my DJ voice on podcasts. So for those of you guys that are waiting to hear my personality on podcasts, I don't have a super personality on podcasts. I'm just very straightforward, and you hear my DJ voice on podcasts. So if you guys want to hear my DJ voice, go to the podcast, to Podbean, look for Overcoming Narcissist Abuse, and you will hear my DJ voice. That is my DJ voice. So that's my radio voice, okay? So I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. You guys have, yes, the title today for Apostle Helen Sadler. Go on Facebook, Apostle Helen Sadler. The title today, and you can go you can go, let me see where you can go. You can go on Periscope too. Go on Periscope, look for Apostle Helen Sadler, or go to Facebook and look for Apostle Helen Sadler. And the message for today was the legacy of motherhood. Go check it out, y'all. Go check it out, okay? Sanchez Whitehead, who is that? I know that last name. But I appreciate you guys. Hold on, who is this? Sanchez Whitehead. Because you knew me from, who is Sanchez Whitehead? Because you know me from Ozark if you know that name. You know me from Ozark if you know that name. Hey, Jara. Oh my gosh, how you doing, sir? I was going to say, wait a minute. That was my DJ name back in the day. Hey, Jara, how are you doing? Thank you so much for being here, sir. Were you here the whole time that I was on YouTube? What? You got YouTube? You actually got some social media, Jara? What? You got social media? You technically inclined, or your son's helping you out? Hey, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here, okay? So I'm Greg Go. That's my classmate. I got a lot of my classmates on here tonight. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. See, so y'all know I'm not lying. I was a DJ at one time. I was. I mean, I wasn't good at it when I was a kid. I was just a kid at the time, but I got my DJ voice now. It's my little DJ voice. Hey, I appreciate you guys. You guys take care of yourself. You guys have a beautiful evening. Happy Mother's Day to you all. To those of you that are in contact with your mother, make sure that you guys, love on her. If you don't have, if your mother was the narcissist, find someone that you can love on. Thank you from London. Find someone you can love on. Find someone that you can put in the place of your mother for the time and give them the love. Tell them Happy Mother's Day. Tell them you love them. And those of you that are mothers, I love you guys. You guys have a wonderful evening, and Happy Mother's Day to you all. You guys have a good evening, okay? And I'll see you guys this week. Well, I'll talk to you guys this week. Go check out my podcast, okay? So it's on Podbean, iHeartRadio, Google Play, what else did I say? Spotify. Go check it out. And it's not under Dr. Carmen Bryant. It's under Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. All right? So you guys have a wonderful evening. Good night, you guys. All right, YouTube. Good night, you guys. You guys have a wonderful evening, okay? You guys take care of yourselves.